Thank you. I appreciate the ministers being here today. To say that we are disappointed and frustrated is an understatement. And once again, the safety and the well-being of our residents, our farms, our livestock, provincial food security, provincial economy, and even our national economy remain unprotected and at risk. And while I appreciate the ministers and the ministry's efforts in providing support responding to this flood event, I think we can all agree that on this point, that enough is enough. We need action, and we need action now. We don't need empty promises from the federal government that they have our back. In fact, the federal government has not even reached out to me during this event. So I'm profoundly disappointed. Within the first 6 months following the devastating flood of 2021, we developed a long-term flood mitigation plan to avoid this exact issue. We have done everything, including almost standing on our heads, to be noticed and to be heard, and again, to be disappointed by our federal government. To me, this is an issue that needs to be addressed. It's a foundational issue to our economy, to our food security, and to put my city residents at risk once again, needlessly, because of inaction, is frustrating. So I am pleading again, and I appreciate the province being here. I've been talking with the Premier, and I know that they are committed to making this a priority, and this has to be a priority that is accentuated and accelerated, and we need to be pressing a full court press for this issue to be addressed by the federal government. I need that long-term flood mitigation plan to be adopted sooner as opposed to later. And I also need to have our friends in Washington State wake up and realize that the devastation that we're feeling here is no different than the flood mitigation and irrigation that the Columbia River Treaty was about. This needs to be part of that international treaty with the U.S. because, again, what's happening down in Whatcom County, we cannot continue to take this water. And again, this is only 4 years. If we had to have closed those floodgates, I can't imagine what we would be facing again today. So I appreciate the ministers being here. I appreciate the commitment that they have to making this a priority. And I know that they will be with me when we go to Ottawa to do the full court press. But I need the federal government to really be engaged. This is a huge issue for not just Abbotsford, not just our region, not just our province, but everything that's coming down that freeway is now stalled once again. So again, thank you. And thank you for standing with us from the province. And I need that partnership to be strong, and I need the message to be clear.